talk about Chinese transportation in the past, present, and future. The past was a bit different than right now, and then right now it's gonna be way different in the future. Like in the past, people would have transportation by horses, walking, however they could get transported. It was just mostly by horses. And then right now, they started industrializing in the 1800s, and then this was still in the past when they started inventing the wheels, carriages, for people to get on transportation. People would also get transported in a way. It was a weird way too. The most weird way they had gotten transportation out of was a human transportation by another human. They were getting transportation from that person from one place to another by them running with a carriage behind them, and then the carriage was pretty heavy, but yeah, that's how people would get transported. And then it was also better for them because it benefited them, the people, because it would fit more people in there and it was bigger. And then while it was bigger, it fit a little more people, but that the human wouldn't run with it. The person who owned the carriage would have people put horses in it, and then the horses would be the ones. Let's talk about the present. The present now these days, people in Chinese get transported by trains, metros, cars, buses, bikes, however they could get transported. That's a little bit more faster than how they would get transported in the past. In the past, they were, like I said, they couldn't get transported that fast. It was effective, but it was not really effective because people had to get up earlier and all this, and they could not be able to get there fast enough because the horses are not they're fast, but they're not as fast as a car or the metro they have in Chinese right now. In China, China's industrializing more and more, and then that's how they were industrializing in the past. Okay, but yeah, the in the future, Chinese transportation will be a little bit more different than I think. They will have cars, not flying cars. They will have better, efficient cars than they have now. They'll have a better train thing, a better train cart, better metro, which will be it'll be fast, really fast. They're inventing this thing. I don't know what's it called, but it's really fast, and then they have involved a lot of technology in it. This is the beauty of industrialization. People get really into the things, creating more things for people to get there faster and faster, and for people to fit more in there. But yet, the transportation will be better and faster. I think Chinese transportation would look in the future from today?
Well, since they have so many people, I think transportation in China would they'd have to, if people are more middle class, they're going to buy cars. And if they have more cars, then they're going to be at a standstill. I was in China 2 years ago, and the traffic on the freeways was really, really horrible, more so than here. They had some really cool things like electronic mopeds, so they were silent and they don't give off emissions. So I think more of what they will need to do is have more public transportation and more transportation that doesn't rely on fossil fuels, gasoline and stuff.
Do you think China, like the transportation will be like in the like futuristic, like how they make it in movies and all that, or
Well, I think it already is. If you looked at, what's the last movie I saw? Have you seen that show, Extant?
no?
It's a Halle Berry show. They have these new electronic cars, like BMW has a new electric car that they are bringing out this year, and Mercedes has a new electric car. And they look super futuristic. They look like the cars that were in Minority Report, that movie with Tom Cruise a while ago. So will they fly? I don't think so. Will they be fly? I think so. The styling will be really nice, and they'll look like what we think the future should look like.